Welcome to the OnRPG review for Asda 2. Asda 2 is the next iteration of Asda Story, the highly successful MMO run in the US by the lovely people at Games Campus. Last October they released Chapter 3 for this game. This was mostly aimed at the well-established high-level community Asda Story has, as it introduced new high-level content and raised the repeatable quest to level 70. Back then this begged the question, what was in store for new players? Wouldn't they be left too far behind? Well, not anymore, because now Games Campus is ready to launch the evolution of Asda, aptly named Asda 2 Evolution. The character creation in Asda 2 is a tad confusing at the start, as the options for customization are quite limited. You're only given the choice between male or female character, after which you can pick what constellation your character was born under. The customization possibilities are downright scarce, with only 5 different hairstyles, 3 different hair colors and 19 different faces. However, if I were you, I wouldn't worry about it too much, because the game will still offer plenty of opportunity for your character to look unique later on in the gameplay. Another thing that's obvious right away is that there's no class selection at the character creation screen. Asda 2 lets you pick that a bit later in the game, and I think actually that's pretty cool. When you do get the choice of what class to become, you can pick between 8 very different choices. On top of that, the game boasts hundreds of skills and dozens of job classes, plenty to progress through. Your character starts out in the cute town of Elpin. A cute and peppy track plays in the background, and the cube map system will help you find some cute NPCs that will send you on some cute tasks to help the cute villagers out. Yes, I realize that I just said the word cute a lot, but only because it's true. The first impression of this game is that it's all very, well, cute. Doesn't need to be a problem at all though, don't get me wrong. Games Campus is very obviously targeting a certain demographic with this game, and in a world where companies are often trying to stick to the safe middle road, it's refreshing to see that Asda isn't another boring game to add to the boring pile of boring games. An interesting feature to go along with the casual feel of Asda 2 is the autopilot function. I was taken aback by it at first, but now I realize it's a great little tool to stave off boredom. Who wants to simply navigate their character through a village themselves? Only scrubs control their own character, while the real men and women just point their destination on a map and sit back for your character to run there. It may come off as sarcasm, but I'm actually quite serious, and the quest system takes it a step further. In the quest window there's a convenient button that when clicked runs you straight to the waypoint of the quest, and when you've completed the step the button changes to take you straight back to the NPC. I bet lots of people will jump to the conclusion that this is a step too casual for them. But think about it. What's the part of a quest that's fun? Is it the finding the right monsters? Or is it the where was the NPC that I have to claim my reward from again? I say it's neither of those. I say it's bashing the skulls in of the monsters and getting the fat loot for it. The game doesn't automate either of those. It just makes it easier for you to focus on the fun stuff, while the boring walking to and from those tasks gets conveniently handled for you. Don't worry, full WASD and mouse-look controls are possible too, so if you really dislike it, you can just not use the autopilot. Combat starts out simple. My low-level character has a sword and a bow to choose from, and has one ability for each of them. Even with such a limited array of starting abilities, combat still feels and looks dynamic. The monsters die easily at this level, and when they die, they drop cute little stacks of gold. At first I hated this kind of looting. The little stacks of gold and the items that drop are sometimes hard to click, and it quickly gets tedious to try and pick them up, especially when there are other players and monsters around. But don't fret, Asda 2 already has the solution to this. By default the F key on your keyboard will pick up items on the floor for us. Spam that F key and rejoice. So all the basics are there, and they're solid if a bit overly cute. Where Asda 2 really shines though is the customization of your character. The first thing I love is how the inventory screen has a double layer. Don't you hate it when you have a really good looking piece of gear and it has crap stats? And then you get a really good replacement item but it looks hideous? Well, good news, this game has totally solved that problem by allowing you to keep cool looking bits on the avatar side of your inventory screen. The normal costume side can then still hold the better stat item, while you can still look cool. Customization in this game goes a lot deeper than that still. There's a remarkably comprehensive crafting and item buffing system in the game that I won't have time to dive into for this video. The cool thing that I can quickly show you is how items you don't want can be disassembled to gain materials to boost your current gear or create brand new gear. Pretty cool. All in all, Asda 2 is just a tad too cute for me, but I can totally see how this game is excellent for those within the target demographic. Make no mistake though, Asda 2 isn't quite as cutesy as it might look in this video. I only had the time to check out the first couple of levels of the game during the closed beta, but there is still a very hardcore faction-based PvP system that we haven't looked at. We'll definitely have a look at this more hardcore side of Asda 2 in the near future. For now though, I suggest you give it a go yourself if this review has piqued your interest. Thanks for watching guys, and don't forget to check out onrpg.com for more reviews and information about Asda 2 and lots of other cool MMOs.